Good afternoon. Thank you for coming.
You're
Hi,
welcome. Hi.
my name is McEllen. You can call me MC for short. I will be your social worker.
Hi, MC.
So, what brings you in today?
I got a problem. I'm an alcoholic.
Okay. So, when was the last time you used?
Last time I used was yesterday.
Yesterday? Any reason why you used?
Just to relax, settle down from work. It usually helps.
Where do you work at?
I work at a factory called Toka.
Toka, huh? Cool. Okay. Were you ever arrested for drinking?
I got a DUI.
DUI. When was this?
This was a couple years back.
Couple years back. Okay. What happened? Like, why? Can I ask? When did you start drinking alcohol?
When I was younger,
When you were younger. How old were you?
14.
14 years old. May I ask, are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
You're
I've been married for 10 years.
10 years. Do you have kids?
Yes, I have 2 kids.
Okay.
2 sons, 8 and 6 years old.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I know you mentioned earlier that you were you're first arrested for DUI 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
Can I ask how did you do time? Did you do any special classes that you attended?
No, I didn't do any time, but I had to pay a fine and join a driver's education program for 6 weeks.
Okay, okay. Did you learn anything from it?
Uh, I, Not really. It didn't really help, but I just considered it a waste of time.
Waste of time. Any specific reasons why drinking is your drug of choice?
Well, I've been drinking since I was younger, and my dad was a drinker, so I just thought it runs in the family.
Okay, so your dad drinks.
He did drink. He passed away after a fight.
Oh, so your dad died in a. How did your dad die from drinking?
Um, well, he died as a result of a fight that was in traffic when he was drunk.
Okay. Wow, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And may I ask, how was your relationship with your dad?
Um, well, he was an abusive father, and he drank a lot, and he always belittled my mother.
Wow, I'm so sorry you're going through that. May I ask, is your mom still alive? I mean, your wife. Your wife's you. Sorry. So your wife stays at home?
Yes, she does. I've been arguing with her a lot lately because she doesn't like the time I spend drinking, and she thinks I'm a lousy father, and whenever I hear those things, it makes me want to drink more.
Okay. So I'm hearing that your drinking is getting out of control and you're wanting to seek treatment for it. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I thank you. You've come to the right place, and that is the first step. That's actually your strength of recognizing that drinking is your problem. So now we are going to determine what level of care is appropriate for you.
Okay.
Is there any other arrests that I need to know about?
Well, I'd just like to get along with my wife again because I'm tired of fighting with her. I'm tired of the arguments, and I'm not spending enough time with my kids like I should be.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that you work at a factory, a small factory called Toka.
Yes.
Do you drink with your buddies
After work, yeah.
after work? And then is there any reason in particular why you drink right after work or?
Well, it just helps me to simmer down after a long day's work. Because sometimes on Saturdays I'll pull a shift and a half, and it just gets tiring, and alcohol is the only thing that can help me fall asleep and feel relaxed.
Okay, how many drinks do you drink at night during the weeknight?
Um, on a weeknight,
Weeknight,
8 or 9 beers.
Okay, 8 or 9 beers.
Yeah. Before I'll drink at the bar, and then I'll just have a few at home.
Okay. What about on the weekends? How much do you drink?
Well, on the weekends it's a little worse. I often drink 3 to 4 12 packs between Friday and Sunday.
Wow. And what time do you typically start drinking?
Um, Usually when I'm getting up in the morning around 10.
Okay. And do you rely on alcohol to function throughout your day, or do you think about it?
Yeah, I do think about drinking a lot.
Okay. Could you think about when you're drinking while you're under the influence? What are your feelings? What's going on?
Sometimes I black out. Like, I'll have unsettling episodes of not being able to recall what happened. And some of my friends, they tell me I overdo it.
Okay. Well, because you've tried several times to cut down on your drinking, especially your last DUI. Have you ever attended like self-help groups?
I once attended a few AA meetings, but it didn't feel like it was helpful. I just thought the guys were just in there to whine and complain about their mishaps and all that.
Okay. What about your spirituality? Do you have any preference when it comes to spirituality?
No, I'm not really a prayer. I don't really have any connection with God.
Okay. How's your recovery environment at home? Does anybody else drink within your household?
No, it's only me, my wife, and my two sons, and they're too young to drink. My wife doesn't drink.
Okay. What about your marriage? How's your marriage?
It's on the rocks right now.
Okay.
It's not good. My wife always tells me that I drink too much and I'm a lousy father, like I said before, and it stresses me out.
Okay. What is your wife's name again?
Melanie.
Melanie. So has she ever attempted to leave you because of your drinking?
Well, she's confronted me about my drinking, but I don't think she has any plans of leaving yet.
Leaving yet, okay. Do you feel like your marriage is hanging by its last thread?
Yeah, I do feel like that.
Okay. Do you believe that if you stop drinking, you could restore your marriage?
Yeah, I think it'll help.
Okay. Do you believe or think that maybe you would feel that family reunification is an option as a treatment wise?
Yes.
Okay. And then maybe, is your wife religious or she has any spirituality?
I'm not sure. We haven't really talked about that.
Okay. Um, so who lives in the house?
It's just me, my wife, and my two sons.
Okay.
I really want to get closer to them because I want them to have a father to look up to instead of looking down on.
Okay. Is there any specific days where you would go to attend services or?
No, I don't really care for any prayers.
Okay.
But I've tried, but it just doesn't work out.
Okay. I know you've mentioned that earlier that you've tried several times that you've tried to stop drinking, but do you remember what kind of emotions you were feeling when you tried those several times to stop drinking?
No. Sometimes she won't even sleep with me when I'm intoxicated.
Oh, who, your wife?
Yeah, my wife.
Okay. It says that you mentioned that you get angry and defensive when you drink.
Yeah, usually I get angry and defensive when she confronts me about my heavy drinking.
Okay, so maybe we want to learn about skills and techniques, what ways can we be mindfulness about our drinking and be more aware about it? Is that an option?
I've never tried mindfulness, but I've heard it helps.
Okay, okay. Um, well, we could start where you're at and just little by little work from there. Do you ever get jumpy when you try to stay away from drinking?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you're closed in or like you're suffocating?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Does it matter what others think about you when you stop drinking?
When I start drinking and I've already been drinking, it doesn't matter. But when I'm sober and I hear it, it really gets to me.
Okay. So maybe let's our next session. Would you want to do where you think when a negative thought comes along, let's just write it down and start from there. Is that something you want to do?
Um, yeah, that'll be nice.
Okay. So
I actually forgot. My wife and my sons regularly attend my mom's church, but the only time that I attend church is on Christmas Eve and then Easter Sunday.
okay, okay, that's actually great. You could definitely, that is another way to maybe cope with what's going on when you get too stressful or work gets on your mind all the time.
Yeah.
You could definitely use attending services as another way of a positive outlook. But that's up to you, right?
Yeah.
You're the only one that knows what works for you and what doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
And I'm just here to guide you into the direction that you want to.
I appreciate that.
No worries. So based on the information that you gave me, I'm gonna recommend you for driving with care. So
What's
basically, driving with care is where you come to new beginnings, and for a total of 6 weeks. So we meet twice a week for an hour, and from there, we just learn how skills and tools, ways how to not drink.
Okay.
Is that okay? Do you think that's a recommended treatment that you accept, or we could try a different route?
No, I think. What are the other routes?
Well, there's a matrix model, but
I've heard of that.
yeah, okay. Matrix model is kind of different from driving with care, but based on the information you've shared, driving with care would be the best recommended treatment for you.
Okay.
So when would you like to start, and what is your work schedule like?
Um. Well, my work schedule.
We can work around maybe during lunchtime. You would want to come for an hour, so you don't miss any work.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay. So an hour we would see each other from. We could start treatment next week, or we could start it this week. What do you prefer?
Maybe next week, so I can
Next
I
week.
can talk to my employer and let
Okay.
them know.
Do you have health insurance?
Yes, I have select.
Okay, cool. So we could start next week. What days do you prefer?
Well, I work in the factory Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays I pull a shift and a half.
Okay,
So maybe on Sunday.
Sunday. Okay. Um, would Sunday be interfering with your service time? Or you
Oh
prefer-
no. Well, I don't go with my family when they go to church.
Okay. Okay. So Sunday. What's another day?
And well, I work on Monday through Friday. Maybe after I get off of work,
Okay.
Monday through Friday,
Okay.
if there's classes, right?
Yes. So what are the days that you would want to come in?
Monday through Friday and on Sunday. Because
Okay.
Saturday I pull a heavy shift. I need to get home and rest.
Okay. So maybe we're looking at 2 days. So Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 to 1. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be okay.
So you don't miss any work. You just come in during your lunchtime. Okay. And then after we could definitely schedule a one-on-one session.
What's that?
One-on-one session is just to see and catch up on where you're at with your treatment, what's going on at home, and we can also do family therapy if that's your
Does that
interest
mean I
in.
have to bring my family in?
Yes, later on down the road, not immediately, when
Yeah.
you're ready.
I think my wife would be really happy that I'm doing
Okay,
this.
great, perfect. So we will focus on that, driving with care, and then we'll schedule a one-on-one session, just me and you, and then after that we could do family down the long.
You said 6 weeks, right?
Mhm.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Right. And this is all for you, and coming in and you've taken the first step. So thank you for your time, and good job for acknowledging that you have a drinking problem.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to share?
I'm just worried about what my friends are gonna say because I go to the bar with them all the time and we hang out and chat and shoot the shit.
Okay. That's something we could talk about during our one-on-one.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have to go back to work right now? Do you need an excuse now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. I will do your excuse note, and you're ready to go.
Alright. What's your name again?
MC.
MC.
Yes. Thank
No,
you.
your real name.